your childhood like? Did you grow up in, I'm from Melbourne, so was it Minnow? Is that how you say it?
Oh, well, Minto.
Minto.
But the locals call it Minnow.
Minnow. Right.
Yeah, Minnow. I was born actually in Carlton, so southern Sydney.
Right.
But when I was a year old, we went to Minnow.
Yeah.
And yeah, like an average childhood, like, European family. So I grew up in a shop, in a business. So from 2 weeks old, I was basically in a business. I learned to, count back change before I went to school.
Awesome.
And I was always working and, school holidays, I was sort of in the kitchen.
What was the shop?
So it was a mixed business, delicatessen.
Oh.
And then we had a coffee lounge as well. Yeah,
Right.
So typical European family, yeah, but always was working. So I wasn't really playing with a lot of kids. We were always in the business.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's you and your brother.
Yeah.
But then is there a big extended family as well? Or?
Yeah, like there is, but it's not like immediate first cousins and second cousins, because they're all over in Cyprus. But the Greek community, like we call everyone our cousin.
Yeah.
But it's usually like family, friends. So I did have a lot of people around me, but I've always yearned for that really big family.
Yes.
Yeah, I always wanted that because, it was just us.
Yes, same. I look at people who have lots of brothers and sisters, and then I always go, when shit hits a fan, there's always more of you to deal with it as well.
But you know what I've learned is that, see, my brother and I are really, really close. And I think it's because it is just the two of us. We are really close. Where I reckon when there's a lot of siblings, they're not as close. Well, that's my experience anyway.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, they fight a lot more, where Costa and I just have each other's back. Like, he is like one of my favourite people in the whole wide world. I go to him for everything.
Wow.
He's my younger brother, but he just does everything for me as well.
so
Like he's
beautiful.
he's very supportive, and he's gone to Hong Kong now, which is annoying. Yes.
Yeah. Because and also to have a brother and a sister that are that close, because normally it would be two sisters or two brothers.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't growing up though.
Did you fight a lot?
Yeah, well, he was like he's 3 years younger than me, and
So annoying.
he was annoying, and he was like obsessed with me, and I had to take him everywhere and look after him, and he used to just follow me around, and I used to be so mean to him. Like I used to tell him he was adopted all the time. And
Wasn't that just the most ultimate insult when you're going, you're not even real, you're adopted?
I used to, because I was one of those kids, like, I know it's hard to imagine it, I was like, oh, look at me, take another photo, take another photo. So I had all these, photos, just, posing in every shot. And Costa is just such a quiet person, so he never had a lot of shots of him growing up. So I would pull out the family album and go, look, there's no photos of you as a baby. There are no photos because you're adopted. See all these photos of me? Yeah. I was awful, and he'd make out that he was really, really cool, and then Mum would come home and be like, so Ada said that I was adopted. He'd start crying, then I'd get into so much trouble.
Oh God, don't you look back and go far out? But I was the younger
awful.
one, so I had that.
Right, okay.
I had that abuse growing up as well.
Okay, well, I apologise.
So your folks, so when did they, because they came from Cyprus, right? Are they first?
Yeah, they met
generation?
here. Yes, but they met here.
Right.
So I can't remember. I think my dad came in 1970, Mum in 75, just after the war in Cyprus.
Right.
And they met here and got married. And yeah, look, it was. I mean, they got divorced when I was 14, and it wasn't a great marriage.
Right. That's a hard time for them to split too. 14 is a pretty fragile age for them to that to happen.
Yeah, but I kind of wanted them to.
Wow.
Yeah, they just weren't
right.
happy together,
Yeah.
So, it didn't, I don't think it really affected me that much because they just were always arguing and just didn't love each other and didn't like each other.
Yeah, right.
So I'm glad that they've, gone off on their own way. My dad remarried and quite happy as well. And
Do you think they stayed together for the kids?
they did, yeah.
Isn't that amazing where you guys are like, please split up?
Yeah, they stayed together because that for me mainly.
Yeah,
so
right.
I did want them to split up. Yeah.
So when they came to you and said, okay, do you remember that conversation?
I actually do, yeah. I remember the first time Mum did it because I was a little bit younger, and she thought I'd be really upset by it, and I was like, yeah, can you do it? Please.
Right.
And then they eventually did. I mean, it was awful, because it was just not a great time in our lives.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't have stayed together.
Yeah, right. And then, so acting was kind of something you got into really young.
Yeah, Okay, so I was always that kid. So people would come over and I'd put on shows. Like I'd, do the whole outfit and put on a dance performance or something. And like we'd go to big Greek dances of, like 1,000 people, and Mum would turn around and I've gotten the mic off the band, and I was just up there like just talking, saying a story, like pretty embarrassed. Mum was really embarrassed by it because I was just that kid, So it was always in me, and I begged her for such a long time to take me to dancing. Yes. And she finally took me to Johnny Young Talent School. Do you remember Young Talent Time?
Mate, do you know that was like the best thing ever? Like when I heard that you went there, I'm like, oh my God, you went there.
Oh my God.
That was the ultimate as a kid.
And it was the best thing that ever happened to me as a child. I loved it, I mean, because I was the kid that used to watch Young Talent Time, like tape it, learn all the dances. Like I still know dances from Young Talent Time.
Really?
Oh yeah, I could do 2 dances for you right now.
Shut up. Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Yeah, so I loved it, and I love performing. I still love being up on stage.
Yeah,
I love it. It's the best buzz in the world. Unfortunately, I can't sing, and that's the one thing I really wish I could do.
Can you a little bit?
No, I can really, but I've tried. Yeah. I've really tried, because I did, like with show group with Johnny Young Talent School, you have to do jazz, tap, drama and singing.
Right.
But that always put me in, like they'd always get me to mime, like in front of like the younger kids who, like, the dancing wasn't that great. So I'd be up on stage like miming because I was that bad. So I could perform, I just can't sing. Or I was a backup singer a lot as well in show group. But yeah, I think you can either sing or you can't. Like,
totally.
It's
and
just
singers are always like, no, anyone can. It's like bullshit.
No, I've tried.
Yeah,
like I've done privates. Like I really have a bad voice.
And so
I mean,
what
it doesn't
would the
stop
teachers
me.
do? Would they just encourage you, or were they like, you could see in their eyes?
Yeah. And even Mum was great as well. Mum would like, you're a great dancer, but can't sing. Mum was always like that with me growing up. Like she just never wanted me to get a big head. Yeah, I think that's why I am so down to earth, because Mum wasn't one of those stage mums at all. Like every dancing costume, like, oh, another dancing costume. I mean, I know behind my back she was, very supportive, but never to my face, which I kind of wanted a little bit. Yeah, but she was always very honest about my singing. But look, karaoke I still love right now. Like I've got my karaoke song, I've got the moves.
Oh my God, you're hilarious.
Yeah, I'm so excited by the Pointer Sisters. Like the best. So, I need a couple of drinks in me though. Yeah, I was once unplugged. It was a Channel 7 Christmas party.
Oh God,
and there was karaoke, and it was like, we got to the final, it was like Home and Away versus All Saints, and we were doing I'm So Excited, and all of a sudden I got unplugged. Yeah,
they deliberately unplugged you.
Oh that's how bad I am. It's pretty embarrassing. It's pretty funny though, right? It's really funny.
That is so good.
It's awesome.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And so from then, Johnny Young Talent School.
Yeah.
So jealous.
Yeah.
You came into my world as Katerina.
Yes.
But had you done anything before Heartbreak High? Was that kind of your main break?
No, it was my first thing. So how it all happened was, I was probably about 12 years old, maybe, and I was watching Home and Away. And at the end of Home and Away, there was an ad saying, if you want to be on Home and Away, turn up to the Riverside Theatre. They were holding auditions.
Right.
And I'm like, I am so going to be on Home and Away.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So
cool.
I made my beautiful Uncle Michael take me there, and I just thought I was going to get the part straight away. There was like thousands and thousands of kids. Like we were waiting there all day, and it was this like massive process. And I actually did really well, though. I got down to like the final, and then went to Mulliners, which is a casting place, and it ended up being between me and another girl. And Laura got it, who now works on Home and Away as a makeup artist, like like weird, right? But I didn't get it. And I went and told my dance teacher at the time, like what I did that weekend. Yeah. And I didn't realise her mum was an agent. So she told her mum, and she signed me up. I did extra work on Home and Away. I thought, I hate this. Like, I'm not the centre of attention. I'm not going to do that again.
Oh my God, that's so
and then 2 years later, I got called up for Heartbreak High, and I went for the audition, and I got it. It was only meant to be a guestie. Yeah.
That show was the bee's knees.
Did
you love it? Was it just like...
Loved it. I didn't realise how special it was. Like now I think back to it and I go, we were so lucky.
Yeah.
Because everything was focused around performance.
Right.
We had 2 weeks of rehearsals. beforehand. We had a dramaturg there. If you had like a drama teacher.
Okay.
That's a really fancy.
That's the biz, yeah.
It's a fancy name for it.
Got it.
And you just worked on script for a long time. If you had a crying scene,
Yeah.
I mean, they would set up and they would wait for you to be ready. So you could go into the corner and think about something sad for like 45 minutes if you wanted to.
Wow.
And the crew would be quiet, and then you'd come back and you would do it. So I just thought that that's how it all was. And it was shot on film as well. And it was just such a great show.
Yeah.
And also, I'd never seen people that look like me on television before, right? So it was great for that. But when I finished Heartbreak and then I went on to Breakers, which was a soap, I didn't realise that people didn't wait for you to get ready for a performance.
Right.
I had no idea. So I just remember like doing this crying scene and the director's like, okay, so whenever you're ready, Ada. All right, whenever you're ready, we're rolling up now. Look, we're waiting for you. I'm like, this is so bad that they're not letting me have my moment.
No, I'm trying to get sad here.
I couldn't believe that I had it so good at Heartbreak.
Yeah, right.
So it was a really special time. Some of my best friends are still from Heartbreak as well. And I was a baby. Like I was 16 years old.
Was it like that because you guys were so young? Was there a different rules for them, or it was just a different time and a different special show?
It's a bit of both. So the producer was amazing, Ben Gannon. He was incredible, and he created that atmosphere, and it was a real sort of family orientated show. Yep. But I was the youngest. They were all a lot older. Right. When they were out partying and doing all that sort of stuff. I was from HSC, so I didn't do anything like that. But
you're so right though. There wasn't many people that did, because growing up in the area that you grew up in, and high school was a bit rough. You were saying. And were there other people that were different nationalities at that
but
school?
not Greek.
Right.
It was mainly like a lot of Aboriginal kids and Torres Strait Islanders.
Right.
But not a lot of. There was no Greeks. There was one, John Skandalis. But he was in my year. But no, there was no Greeks. So I guess the only Greeks on television back then were Acropolis Now. Right? So
that would have been really special then to go on and go, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That I'm representing people that you didn't grow up watching.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, Heartbreak High, like the school, was kind of like the school I went to. Like, as in, it was rough, it was full of fights and, like a lot of back chatting in the classroom, and it was just raw.
Yeah.
And there's still not a lot of shows like that.
No.
On television, are there? Yeah.
So, not at all.
And I remember when I went on to Home and Away, like whenever they do a scene, like, where Leah's having a party or whatever, they'd have like Greek flags, like hanging up, and like plates to smash. Like, this doesn't happen, guys. Like, it was just so stereotypical. So, I felt like I had to sort of educate everyone. But Heartbreak wasn't like that. It's just that's who we were. We were Greek or Italian or whatever, and that's just who we were. And that's Australia. Like, it's multicultural,
Totally. So if you had got that original role you went for in Home and Away, your career could be really different. Because it wouldn't have been for Leah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Yeah. It's funny how things work out, isn't it? Yeah.
Thank God. At the time, you're probably a bit upset, but now it's like...
Yeah, everything happens for a reason. Yeah, everything happens for... And it all happened at the right time. Yeah.
And so then you ended up back on Home and Away, and you've been there a long time now. Like, you've
17
really
years.
grown up there. It's pretty incredible.
I've grown up in front of the camera.
Yeah.
I've gone through so many different stages. So you go through, so being 16 and being on camera can be quite hard. And you have that puppy fat and the bad skin, and I was, because I had such a sheltered upbringing. So, like my first kiss was on camera.
Was it?
Like. Yeah. All of that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Oh my God, were you so nervous?
I was so nervous. And you know what? Just before I was about to do it, one of the extras was a family friend.
Oh.
And I'm like, it's got to get back to my mum. Oh. So I feel really bad. But I said to the AD, the assistant director, I said, I can't do this scene because I know that person. And they had to get rid of him.
Oh my God.
When
have your mum seen it on the...
I would have been in so much trouble.
If you had a kiss on screen?
Yeah, I would have been in so much trouble. So when I got offered Heartbreak High,
right.
She wasn't going to let me do it. And my uncle at the time said, get her to watch Heartbreak Kid. Because then she'll see that it's this thing and she'll let you do it. Well, I didn't realise there were so many sex scenes in it.
Oh, yeah.
And then she didn't talk to me for a week.
No
she didn't talk to me. She wouldn't let me do it. She wouldn't let me do it at all. And then when I first came on screen, like Katarina was pretty raunchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she was not happy. She didn't watch it. She did not watch it. She couldn't believe that I was in like the fishnets and the short. Yeah, I had a very strict upbringing.
Oh my God, yeah, you did.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't allowed out. Like I was working and I still couldn't go out, you know.
Oh my God, that's so fun. Do you look back then and go, I'm glad that she was like that?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. And it's funny, like all my friends were going, well, just sneak out. Like if she says you can't go out, who cares? I'm like, oh no. Mum says I can't go out, so I just won't go out. But
which is so good because you had that respect.
Yeah.
Like I had a friend whose mum would chase her down the street saying, get back in the house. And I'm like, I would never have done that to my mum. It was like, no, if you don't want me to go, I'm not going.
No, I never did.
Sneak out my window or anything.
I mean, I'm still kind of scared of my mum now.
Yeah, right.
Like a little bit. I'm about to be 40 years old and I'm scared of my mum.
Oh, no, that's so funny.
Yeah, but you have that respect.
Yeah,
you know.
totally.
I mean, I still would do things a little bit differently, but she has taught us respect.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
But so with that kiss, if you had your first kiss, she would have seen it on screen, or did she not watch it all?
Well, she didn't watch it, but she would have, but we never spoke about it.
Or on Home and Away?
Heartbreak.
Okay, got you. Right.
Yeah, we never spoke about it.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't talk about that sort of stuff.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Yeah.
And so then growing up basically on set at Home and Away, and you've taken so many twists and turns, you've had so many lifetimes on that show.
Yeah, I
your
really
character.
have. Yeah.
Do you just still love it so much?
I do. I really do.
I love that you do.
Yeah, I really
It's awesome.
do. Like, I don't walk into work and go, gosh, I don't want to be here today.
Yeah.
Like, I love everyone at work. We have such a great time. We're always laughing. I love seeing the crew. I mean, some of the crew members, some of the cameramen I worked with even on Breakers. So I've known them for a really long time, and we've all shared so much. They've been through so many stages of my life, you know, and we all really care about each other and want to know about each other's lives and you know, our kids and all of that sort of stuff. So you don't get that a lot. Like a lot of guesties that come onto the show go, wow, this is the industry's best kept secret. People don't realise how beautiful the set is. Because I was offered to do, so when I finished Breakers, they wanted to write me into Home and Away because one of the writers went there, and I'm like, I had such a bad experience on Breakers. I don't want to do another soap. Just do not want to do it. And I didn't hear great stuff about Home and Away, so I'm like, I'll do it for 6 months, and then that's it. Like I wouldn't sign a longer contract. I got on there. I'm like, oh my God, like this is amazing. Yeah, it's really different to what people think it's going to be like, and there's no egos there as well, and you know, and we've all got lives, and you know, we've got families outside of this as well. So it's, I mean, we love it, and we're very passionate about it, but we're just real people.
Yeah,
I think,
you
know?
definitely are. But I also love that it's, you know, because often you get asked, but don't you want to do anything else? And which actually brings me, I've got a mutual friend, Charlie Clausen, who played Zach on Home and Away.
Yeah, beautiful
Charlie. And I asked him, I said, what, you know, tell me about Ada because I'm meeting up with you. And he just wrote things for me to talk about, but I want to read it out to you because I thought it was really beautiful. The thing I love about her is she's a classic example of a daughter of immigrant parents who has worked her ass off to get where she is. She has total blue-collar attitude to what she does, just happy to work, which is insane considering she is such a talented actress. She's the ultimate professional, even after 17 years on Home and Away. Always turns up knowing her lines, having done her homework, and willing to work hard in the scene. There's a lot of actors who phone it in, but not her. She's also hilarious. Some of his best memories of the show are you and him making each other laugh.
Oh my God, yeah. That's so sweet.
His email, Ada, I'm like, oh my God, I want her to be my best friend. Like, it was just so beautiful.
He's a really beautiful person, as you know, isn't he? And I miss him so much. I really do. We were so close at work, and we would just make each other laugh all the time, and we're comfortable with each other. So, you work really well with someone when you're comfortable. You feel safe.
Which is such an important word in any workplace, like feeling or being on radio too, going, if I don't feel safe with my co-host, I can't do this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you need to feel safe, because you need to go to places where you're really vulnerable. Yeah. And also, look, Charlie and I went through some really hard times together. Like, he lost his mum and I was going through a really hard time, and we were just there for each other, and it was so nice to have someone at work where I could cry, I could laugh, I could be myself, you know. I just, he's such a beautiful person.
Well, he thinks that of you
too.
So
sweet.
But also that appreciation of having a job, because Australian, being an actress, far out, a hard yakka. Yeah. But to have a job, and one that you love for so long, but still go, this is awesome.
And I really do, to this day, always go, geez, this is amazing that I'm working. Yeah. You know, because you always think that it's like your last job.
Yes.
Don't you? But I always say to kids who are starting on the show, I'm like, you know, you need to appreciate this, because you know, the industry can be awful, and it's not consistent, and you're not always working with really nice people, and just appreciate all this. Save your money, be good to people as well, because it is a really special place. And you know, a lot of times I do get interviewed and people go, yeah, don't you want to be doing something else? Don't you want to be doing movies? Don't you want to go to America? No, I really don't.
Yeah.
Like I love where I'm at. I've never wanted that. I think it's great that people do have that ambition. It's just not mine.
Yeah.
It's, I love Australia. I love television.
Yeah.
And I want to bring up my child here, and my friends and my family are really important to me. I love acting, but
it's not all of who you are.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And you really have landed the ultimate gig then.
I totally have.
But your hours are intense, right?
They can be, they can be really hard. I mean, the last month or so has been really good. I've got a little bit of a life at the moment. But yeah, we do work really, really hard.
Yeah, which I don't think people would get.
No.
You know? It would look so glamorous from the outside, which I'm sure it's anything but.
It's not glamorous, I mean, it's glamorous when you go to the Logies once a year, you know, or you do a photo shoot and you get made up. But no, it's not glamorous. So it is the people that make it great for you, you know, because the hours can be hard. And you know, like filming at Palm Beach when it's freezing cold and you're in next to nothing,
it would be rough.
Some of our locations are pretty rough. I mean, like Palm Beach is beautiful, don't get me wrong,
but when it's freezing,
but not when it's freezing.
No.
I mean, I'm lucky I don't have to go into the water, so I think I haven't been in a bikini on Home and Away for at least 12 years.
Thank God.
Thank God, right?
Do you have rules where you're like, I'm not doing this, not doing that, I'm not
No, not at all. But I reckon they must get, you know, like, oh, she's, you know, from 30 onwards, let's not get her in a bikini.
Far out. I would die.
Die, right? Die.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel so sorry for all the young kids,
Oh, no.
And the guys are always topless as well. Like, walking around topless. Oh,
mate, it's Summer Bay though. It's always summer in Summer Bay,
but you see all like, even the extras sometimes, like walking into the diner, like in the bikinis. I'm like, would you really do this?
I know.
Like, you'd put something on, wouldn't you? Like, I feel so sorry. And I'm such a mum, like when it's cold on location, I see the extras like, freezing. I'm like, you need to put a jumper on, please. Can you put a jumper on?
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, because it's like, it gets really cold.
Yeah. I also heard that you're the halloumi dealer.
Did Charlie tell you
this? She's like, I don't know. She said her mum gets this halloumi from somewhere and it's just like the best.
Yeah, I do. I deal in halloumi as well.
Oh my God, you are so funny.
It's hilarious, right? Because I'm always just bringing in kilos of halloumi for all the crew. Yeah, it is good stuff though.
Oh my God.
Like, it is the best halloumi. No, but this is like the
Really?
best. It's so good. It's so good.
I love halloumi.
Yeah, halloumi.
So
Okay,
much.
you have to try this halloumi.
Oh my God, can you send me some?
Yes, I'll have to send you
How
some.
do we do
Yeah,
this?
we'll talk. You need to try it.
Oh, I've heard.
It's so good. The only problem is like it comes frozen. So if you do defrost 1 kilo, you've got to eat the whole thing.
God, that's easy.
It's just too good.
Oh my God.
And halloumi can be used in so many different ways.
My partner and I want to open a halloumi restaurant. Like, how many dishes can we do with just halloumi?
There's so many dishes. Okay, so have you just had it fresh with watermelon?
No.
That's how Cypriots have it. That's what we do for lunch. Like,
do you cook it? You don't cook it?
No. You just have it fresh with watermelon. It's kind of, like the Italians do, like prosciutto and melon or pear and cheese, the same sort of thing, So watermelon goes really well with halloumi. So you don't need to cook it. Yeah.
When you do cook it though, do you just put heaps of fresh lemon? I just would put heaps of fresh lemon or lime on it.
Yeah, lemon. Yeah.
Okay, lemon.
Yeah, lemon. It's also like caramelized balsamic over it is really yummy. So Charlie's hilarious. Like, he'll cook it up and put it in a salad.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it he'll cook up and put honey on top and have it as a dessert as well. Yeah, it's very versatile.
Oh my God, it sounds so, I'm so excited about it. I love it. I bloody love food.
And I like toasted sandwich in the morning. I'll put halloumi in my toasted sandwich.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's the best. In an omelette. I mean, there's so many different ways.
Do you want to start this restaurant with me?
Let's do it.
Oh,
Let's do it.
I'm not kidding. When we were eating it one time and I was like, oh, this is something better than this.
There isn't. There
There's a
isn't.
business in it. We can get your mum to supply.
Oh, so good. You know, one of my best eating experiences, anyone who knows me, like I talk about food all day, every day. Like I love food. I'm obsessed.
I'm never going to be your friend if you just eat to fill a spot. I'm just going to eat for energy. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, no, exactly. Yeah, I have a real passion for food.
Spiritual almost, isn't it?
Thank you.
Yes.
Like eating a bad meal gives me the shits. I get so angry about it.
It's such a waste.
It's a waste of a meal. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I get angry and then I'm like, well, that's that. Done.
Yeah, I've just wasted a meal. Right. Yeah, yeah. So one of my favourite eating experiences is when I was in Cyprus last year. My auntie turns up in the morning and she'd just gone to like her cheese lady and they just made halloumi. Like they just made it. It was hot, right?
Yeah.
I have never eaten it like that before. I ate the whole block. Like I've never, like if you can try and ever get it fresh, it is insane. Yeah, even better. Yeah.
Do you cook?
Look, I do. But like the basics, like I'm not a great cook. I surround myself with people who can cook for me though.
Yeah.
And my mum lives in the same street.
Yes.
So I always eat well. But I love food. So anything that I cook is really healthy and easy and quick. But it always does taste good. But like I'll grill some chicken or I'll make an omelette or a steak or a roast or spaghetti bolognese.
Right, okay. So good food, but you're not like...
Yeah, I'm not doing stews and like soups. And I don't bake. Like I've actually never made a cake from scratch. I used to just get the packet stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. Why wouldn't you though?
Yeah, I don't enjoy... Okay, so I enjoy cleaning. Like I can clean 4 days. Love it. So relaxing.
Do you have a cleaner?
I do, but I hate that I have a cleaner that comes every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
so she came yesterday and of course I cleaned before the cleaner came.
Yeah, that's like my mum would always be like, the cleaner's coming. I'm like, you're fucking mad.
Oh, no, I clean before the clean. Oh, no, yeah. Well, firstly, she better clean properly because you've got to get, like, clean surfaces, right? Everything's got to be tidy. But I don't want her to think that I'm messy. I tidy up a hotel room before I leave the hotel.
Do you? Oh, my God, you're hilarious.
But I am a clean freak. Like, I can't go to bed if there's dishes in the sink.
No, I'm a bit the same.
And I literally, like, pillows on the couch need to be put. Like, I've got, like, the showroom house.
Right.
So, but I love it. I find it really relaxing. Yeah. But cooking, I don't. Like, I like cleaning up afterwards.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
Do you know what I've said to my partner Sam, and I truly believe this, that if we didn't get a cleaner, we would still not be together. We would not be together.
Really?
She saved our relationship.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because you just don't like doing it.
I'm just not into cleaning other people's shit off a toilet bowl, or I'm not.
Yeah, fair enough.
And to him he's neat, but I'm like, but that's dirty.
Yeah.
And I was doing all the cleaning, and then we got a cleaning lady, and I said, even if we're dirt poor, we will have a cleaning
She's
before.
not arguing.
Yes, it just minimised so many arguments.
I don't mind cleaning, but I want people to be respectful. So I don't mind washing your clothes, but put them in the laundry basket.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to pick up your shit off the ground. I'm not going to do that. The toilet seat needs to be down.
Yes.
I'm not going to touch that.
I went in a public toilet yesterday and had to put the seat down myself, and I was so angry.
Was it a girl's
so disrespectful.
toilet?
It was
though?
unisex.
Oh, I hate unisex toilets.
And this was a trendy
I don't get that.
hotel too, like a restaurant.
Yeah. I won't actually go to restaurants that have unisex toilets.
I was disgusted.
I hate it. I do not want to be going to the toilet and like bumping into a guy. And also guys are gross, like no offence.
Yeah, they are. They're rotten.
But they're gross, right?
Yes.
And the toilets smell and
I just after I've eaten, just putting down, I was like,
Mind you though, 'cause some girls are really gross as well.
Yeah.
Like, over the years you share dressing rooms with people and you're like, really? Like, why are you so gross?
Yeah.
Yeah, like personal hygiene's really important to me.
It is. It should be important to
Everyone,
shouldn't it?
Over the years working on different shows, I mean, it sounds really bad, but the amount of memos that have come through the producer saying, now when you turn up to work, you need to have showered.
Shut up.
And you need to wash your hair every day. really, guys? Like, someone, like, I don't even understand that. Like,
wow.
Yeah, it's not that hard to shower. Like, some people will go, oh, the ocean cleaned my hair. No, it doesn't.
Oh, that's so funny.
Like, yeah.
I love that that's the memo that comes through to your, because most of it, like at my work, it's like, put the dishes in the dishwasher. I love that yours is clean your body,
clean your
hair.
body. Yeah. Clean
Fair
your body.
enough,
Don't
Lauren.
leave last night's makeup on when you're turning up for work. Like, or like guys, make sure you shave.
Oh.
You know, all of that sort of stuff. Yeah, I feel sorry for makeup artists.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know who I was talking about the other day? Waxers.
Oh,
I was like, could you imagine
What about people
waxing, going in and going, you're a bit dirty, love?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to do it. And I hate toes as well.
Do
so,
you?
Yeah,
Do you
I
hate that my toes are right near you right now?
No, I actually don't mind that
My
because
toes
see,
are
you've
the
got a
best-
pedicure.
Mate, my toes are my best feature. Look at
Okay,
that
so
foot.
no one's toes are good. No, I don't mean to offend. All right, let me have a look. Hang on.
They're perfect. If this
Look,
one's a little tall.
they're manicured. They're manicured, but they're still feet.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I don't like feet.
No foot
But you
fetish.
will never see me without nail polish on my feet. And I feel sorry for anyone who gives me a pedicure.
Really?
Oh, gross.
Yeah, I know. It's not the best thing though, is it? And then I'll be like, can you really get the skin on?
Yeah. It's like, you know, when you go to Thailand and they've got like the fish that sit in that bowl.
Yes, that's crook.
Why do people do that?
And just a little fish
And
nibbling at the
also,
dead
like,
skin.
everyone's dirty feet
Yeah,
have
I
been
know.
in there. Like, I'm a
Yeah.
real clean freak, as you
Yeah,
can see,
fair
right?
enough.
Yeah, so I don't like any of that stuff.